Hello everybody, this is Lucy and I want to walk you through this little project today. It's for a little holiday card or note card, a little snowy landscape. And it was actually my friends Sylvie and Elsa who were telling me to come up with an idea for them to do their holiday cards. So here it is. So I kind of got inspired by, this is my new book, Collage du Jour. And there is something here about on page 84 and how to do a little abstract landscape. And I was thinking that I would use this idea to make it a smaller version of it to make a little holiday cards. So let's get going. So to get started, I would say pick maybe 6 different pieces of paper, and I would keep it in the blue tones. So just use different version of blue, different tones. So I would say maybe 2 solid colors. And these are kind of solids that I call solids. This is just painted paper, and this is just scraping paint on with a credit card on paper. Very simple, but you get a little texture. This is just kind of a stripe. I always like to use a stripe in my collage. And what I do is I take a book and I just put some lines. I do that, while you're doing something else, or just as a meditative kind of thing. So I have a whole bunch of pages with lines that I can use in my art in different colors. So do that. And then this is just an old gel print, failed print or something with texture, a pattern, some type of pattern. This is done with what do you call that, bubble wrap on a gel plate. And then this is and then something with texture. Maybe this is some paper that I made with my friend Catherine. It's a handmade paper, but you can find something that has a little bit of texture on it just to add a little interest. And then maybe one color that's like a bright, like yellow or something, just to make our little a little spot of bright color on our collage. And then I use, my background will be just like, I just use old cardboard, recycled cardboard. This is excellent tonic, by the way, to make gin and tonic. Very festive. So, yeah, so just I cut these to, I think it's 4, actually this is 3¼ by 4½ inches. But depending on the size of your envelope, you can just, you can just change the size, whichever one. I like to have enough room around it, so, but whatever the size envelope, just kind of adjust it to that, so that's pretty flexible. We're going to start with the top, and I'm going to go with my sky. If you want a really dark, if you prefer to have something like a dark sky, you can just go darker. I'm just going to use this color here. So I'm just going to use a glue stick and put it down, and I'm not going to overthink this. You really can't try to plan this too much. If you don't have like a lot of collage paper, which most people have too much of, but if you don't, you can use a magazine. Or if you're somewhere like, on a plane or something, you could probably create this with just a magazine. So I'm going to extend it to here, to the back, and cut it afterwards. Okay, so now I'm going to my other color. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to do 6 pieces of paper. So this, I'm going to start tearing some paper. So if you see, when you tear some paper, there's a side that has, they will have the white part of it, and the other side is clean. So you really can decide which one you prefer. I kind of like to have the little bit of the white here. So I think I'm going to use that. And if you feel like it's too big, you can use a credit card to just kind of cut the edge. But I don't want to use all of it because I can use it for something else. And let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to use that. Let's just put some glue here. Okay, I got 2 down. Let's do, I'm gonna do my stripe here. Okay. Okay. Do I want to do this like that? No. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to vary kind of, oh, see, I have this leftover piece almost better. No, I'm gonna do this because I kind of like to have some of the writing there. And then I'm gonna go over with my piece of handmade paper. Okay, there, see, it's coming to life. Kind of awesome. All right, got this. I have 2 more. I'm going to use some of my painted paper here. And I think I want the white here. So see, I could use that. But then I want the contrast of the white. So I'm going to do that. Oops. Okay. And then my last piece. Whoops. This is like, I'm going to do this because I don't want to waste all of that paper. Okay. My last piece would be where I have a little bit of texture here. So let's see, how do I want some of the white here or not? I think I'll just use it without the white. Let's see. Or do we want the white? Maybe it's too much. What do you think? With or without? I'm going to do without since I can't hear you guys. We're just going to do that. Okay. All right. Oops. So now I have all my paper there, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut off my edges. Okay, there we are. So we have our little landscape there. So what we want to add now is we want to add our little house there and some trees. So what we do is I'm going to take this, my darkest paper that I have. I'm going to cut a little house. Going to decide where I want it. And then I'm going to do some trees. Very simple. And then I'm going to decide where I want them. Like, I want to do one here and one there. I kind of like to kind of sneak them in, put them in under this paper. If it's like your glue is still a bit wet, you can slide it in there and put some on top. Okay, same here. I kind of want to put this little house under. So if you work fast enough, you can go in and just sneak it in here. I think there's a better word for it, but I can't think about it right now. Like that, right? So you can feel like it's in the snow or something. So I'm just going to glue this in, right? Put it in here. And before I glue this on top, I'm going to go in and take my little, I'm going to make a little door here. You can put windows if you want, but I'm just going to cut this little bright little door to see that there's light. Like there's light inside this house, and there's a warm fire, and there's something going on. And maybe it's too big, but that's okay. You can make it smaller if you want. You can just do a bunch of windows. So many things you can do. You can play around with that. So I'm going to put it in here. Okay, so now I have my little door with the people partying inside. And now I just need my trees. Put one here. You can change the shape of the trees if you want. You can really put round trees. This is hard working with all these little pieces. Okay. This one for some reason is sticking there. And then one more tree, and I lost my tree. Don't know where it is. You can cut them too, like if you think they're too big. Okay. This is when tweezers come in very handy. I don't have any right now, but some of you I know like to work with tweezers when you work with little pieces like that. Okay, we're almost done here. Got my trees, I got my house, I got my little light inside where the party is, and then I'm gonna add some snow. Let's bring a snowstorm. I'm just gonna use Liquitex acrylic ink, but you can use, you know, white acrylic. If you dilute it enough, you can use probably watercolor, not watercolor, but gouache maybe. I don't know. So what I'm doing is very simple. You all know how to do that. You just dip your paint brush in the thing and then you just splatter. Okay. So there you go. These are like, it's a big snowstorm. Look at these big flakes. Snowflakes. It's very snowy. It's a blizzard. It's actually a blizzard. All right. So let that dry and now we'll put it on a little card. Now that it's pretty dry, it's time for the final step, which is to put it on your card, your folded card. And I'm just going to use double stick tape because I have a big roll of it. And I want to use it, like I said before, just use what you have, whatever you have. If you have a glue stick, just use that. If you use a glue stick, you might want to put a heavy book on over it, just, you know, while it dries. And you can use regular glue too. You can use PVA glue. But I'm just going to use this because, again, look at that roll. I want to use it. So, okay, I'm going to line this up with a little bit more room at the bottom because I really like it. It's like, I like the look of it. And I can also put a little note here. I can write peace. I can write anything I want. I'm just going to roll this to make sure that it's there. And voila! Look at that. Isn't that great? I can't wait to see what you do. Please share with me if you feel like it. And happy holidays.